Next we have progress check. This you have to do by yourself. Then we have experiments on photosynthesis. So before starting with the experiments on photosynthesis, we have a topic known as destarching. Destarching means removal of starch. And how we can remove starch from a plant? Keep a plant in dark for 1 to 2 days. Plant already potted है, pot में लगा हुआ है. Keep that plant in dark, right? 1 to 2 days आप रखोगे उसे dark में. Whatever starch is present inside the plant, it will be utilized, but new starch will not be produced. So by this destarching happen, and such plant is known as destarched plant. जितने भी एक्सपेरिमेंट है फोटोसिंथेसिस पे, एवरी एक्सपेरिमेंट रिक्वायर destarched leaves. destarch करना जरूरी क्यों है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी आर कंडक्टिंग सम एक्सपेरिमेंट, तो उसमें हमने शो करना है कि विद किसी भी फैक्टर को लेके कि लाइक क्लोरोफिल है, कि क्लोरोफिल की प्रेजेंस में प्लांट जो है फोटोसिंथेसिस करेगा. तो फोटोसिंथेसिस का एंड प्रोडक्ट क्या है? स्टार्च. टेस्ट लगा के क्लियर होगा स्टार्च प्रोड्यूस हुआ कि नहीं हुआ. बट अगर इस सेटअप में पहले से स्टार्च होगा, देन वो इट विल इंटरफेयर विद आवर एक्सपेरिमेंट एंड क्लियर कट रिजल्ट नहीं आएंगे और हमें पता नहीं चल पाएगा कि वो जो स्टार्च है वो पहले का बना हुआ है या एक्सपेरिमेंट के बाद बना. राइट? सो दिस इज नेसेसरी टू कंफर्म द रिजल्ट ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस. destarching इसीलिए जरूरी है. नेक्स्ट वी हैव आयोडीन टेस्ट. ये भी हर बार हर एक्सपेरिमेंट में मैक्सिमम ये काम आएगा. सो आयोडीन टेस्ट में क्या है? टेक अ लीफ, पहले उसे वाटर में बॉईल करेंगे ताकि उसके सेल किल हो जाएं. उसके बाद उसे मिथाइलेटेड स्पिरिट या अल्कोहल में बॉईल करेंगे ताकि क्लोरोफिल रिमूव हो जाए. तो ये 2 स्टेप क्लियर है. क्वेश्चन आ सकता है फॉर आयोडीन टेस्ट और एनी experiment on photosynthesis, why boiling of leaf is required, why boiling of leaf in alcohol is required. So both are the give reason answers. If leaf is boiled in water, it is for the killing of cells. If it is boiled in alcohol, to remove the chlorophyll. In third step, again we have to put that leaf in hot water so that it gets soft, right? Afterward, now we have to spread that leaf in a dish and then pour iodine solution on it. If there is starch present in the leaf, it will turn blue-black in color. If not, it shows brown color. So if we are taking destarched leaf, what is going to happen? Starch is already consumed by the plant. So the leaf will show at the end brown color. If some of the starch is present, it will show blue-black color. So you can relate this experiment in every photosynthetic experiment. So first experiment, to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. So take a plant with variegated leaf. Variegated leaf means the leaf which is having patches of chlorophyll. Some portion is green, some portion is light colored. So when such leaf is taken, we have to take destarched leaf. Right? Then place the plant in sun for photosynthesis. After few hours, pluck the leaf, and then what you have to do? You have to outline on paper and mark the green and non-green area on the outline. अच्छा, वो जो अभी ग्रीन लीफ है उसके ऊपर आयोडीन टेस्ट लगाएंगे. उसे बॉईल करेंगे पहले हॉट वाटर में, फिर अल्कोहल में, फिर उसे वॉश करेंगे हॉट वाटर में, एंड आफ्टरवर्ड वी विल पुट आयोडीन सोल्यूशन. Then the areas where photosynthesis has been take place, they will turn black blue because of the presence of starch. And the areas where chlorophyll is absent, no photosynthesis is there, that means there will be no change, they will turn brown. So this was experiment that shows chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. In next experiment you can see sunlight is necessary. Same experiment will be repeated, but now here when we are taking destarched leaf, we have to cover the leaf with a black paper having some pattern in the center. So you can see some of the area of the leaf is covered by black paper, rest is exposed to light. Now again repeat the iodine test on this leaf after photosynthesis, after keeping this plant in sun for few hours. When iodine test has been applied here, the area which was exposed to sunlight, it turns blue-black because of presence of starch after photosynthesis, but the area where we have covered the area with black paper, it turns brown because of the absence of starch. Alright. Next experiment, we have to show carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Again, we need to take the starch leaf. What we are doing, that the starch leaf, we will insert half of the leaf in a flask and then we close the flask. Inside the flask, we are taking potassium hydroxide. The purpose of potassium hydroxide, in case you got some question in paper from this experiment and there is written potassium hydroxide and no carbon dioxide, what is the meaning of this here? It means potassium hydroxide is absorbing carbon dioxide from the air present in the flask. This means this portion of the leaf is not getting carbon dioxide. This is exposed to air, it is getting carbon dioxide. After a few hours keeping this setup in sun, again we will pluck the leaf and will perform iodine test on this leaf. We will get this result. The portion of the leaf which is outside, it is having starch because it turns black blue after the iodine test, but the inside portion of the leaf where carbon dioxide was absent, it remains untested or uncolored. So this proves that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Hello students. So in today's class, we have discussed last experiment on photosynthesis, which is to show that oxygen is produced during photosynthesis. So let's read its procedure. So place some water plant. So we are taking hydrilla in a beaker containing pond water. And then cover this plant with short stemmed funnel. And now we have to cover the stem of the funnel with a test tube filled with water. Now place this apparatus in the sun for few hours. After some time, we will observe bubbles of gas. Those will be collected in the test tube. Now we have to test what gas bubble these are. So we have to take a glowing splinter. When we bring that glowing splinter near to the mouth of the test tube, it will burst into flame. That means we know that the combustion process continues just because of presence of oxygen. So this confirms that oxygen is liberated here. Next is importance of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis, it supports all the life on earth. So if there were no green plants, all life on earth would come to an end. So from here, give reason question can be there. Let's see what are the main benefits. First is provide food. All animal including human ultimately depend on plants for food. A herbivore which eat plant, so it consumes plants, while a carnivore it consumes flesh. But the carnivores, they depend upon the plants indirectly as they are consuming herbivores. So here they are making a food chain because producers, these are eaten by herbivores, herbivores are eaten by carnivores. So that chain is known as food chain, and network of food chains, those are known as food web. Non-green plants such as fungi and bacteria, they obtain their nourishment from dead decaying matter, and dead decaying matter comes from dead animal and plants, so which also depend upon food when they were living. So it means fungi and bacteria, they also depend upon plants indirectly. Next we have provide oxygen. So oxygen is life supporting gas. So it is liberated by the process of photosynthesis. It is believed that when there was no life on earth about 2 billion years ago, there were no oxygen. But with the appearance of green plant on earth, it leads to the emission of oxygen in that environment, because all the animal, all the organism, living organism, they need oxygen for respiration. Next we are having carbon cycle. So carbon cycle is a series of chemical reaction in which carbon as a chemical element is removed from the air, then used by living organism in their body processes, and it finally returned to the air. So here essential steps in carbon cycle are given. So first is photosynthesis. Green plants which are producers, they use carbon dioxide of air to produce food. Then food chain. Through different food chains, the carbon containing carbohydrates, These are passes from plants to animals. So carbon is essential element of all the body tissue of all the living organism. Then come respiration. All plants and animals, they respire by oxidizing carbohydrate in their cells, and they are producing energy. And in that process, carbon dioxide is given out in the air. Then comes decay. By decomposition, with the help of decomposers, organic matter is decomposed and carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. Then we have combustion. Combustion means burning. So on the burning of fuel such as wood, fossil fuel, coal, petroleum or natural gas, carbon containing substances are emitted. So these are released into the atmosphere. Then heating limestone. On the burning of limestone in the furnaces or kilns, carbon dioxide is again released during that heating. So basically carbon is getting added into the atmosphere. So here image of carbon cycle is given. You can see carbon dioxide from air has been used by plants. Then that carbon enter into organisms, consumers, decomposers, and also when plants, animals and decomposers, they are respiring, they are adding carbon dioxide into the air. By the combustion of fossil fuel, again carbon dioxide is going into the air. So this is carbon cycle.